Hello and welcome to another episode of. Well, actually, I don't have episode titles. I'm here with Legendary Tactics. Nathan, I think, is.
Yeah, I usually go by NATO, but
Oh, NATO.
that's fine. Yeah.
Ah, very good. Well, yeah, I can call you NATO. We're playing Shores of Tripoli, which, if you want to watch more gameplay of this or understand more stuff on this, go to Legendary Tactics channel. They've been doing a lot of stuff. I'm playing as the United States. NATO will be playing as the Tripolitanians.
Yes,
And
Tripolitanian, I think. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
I
Tripolitania,
usually try.
the
Yeah, I
Barbary
usually just
Pirates.
say I
Yeah.
play as Tripoli because I know I can say that
Tripoli.
properly.
Yeah, I never get a chance to use the word Tripolitania regularly in real
Yes.
life. Let's see. I'm not seeing my units for some reason. Are you seeing?
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's
I'm
probably just
I'm
a.
seeing everything.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's probably just a. Um. Okay, I will. I'm gonna do something a little weird. I'm gonna play Jefferson since I don't. Well,
Wow.
I'm not gonna say why. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Since you
So
don't
I
have
will.
naval movement cards, obviously.
Theoretically, yeah. I am not seeing my pieces, which is very odd.
Oh,
I should have moved
so you
two into the
Gibraltar
Gibraltar and one
control zone
into the
and one
into
into
Tripoli.
Tripoli.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's what I attempted to do. Maybe it'll update. Hold on. I'm gonna just reload the page. Maybe. Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
fixed
Try
it.
that.
I can see it now. Okay, and
Yeah. Perfect.
now it's your turn.
All
This
right.
yeah.
Perfect.
This seems weird, but I have seen. I think 90% of the games I see, Jefferson goes unplayed. So
Yeah, I see Jefferson as something to keep in reserve and mainly used to do a big assault on like a naval assault on Tripoli, for example, or if you have a lot of stuff to do where you need one to send one frigate to Alexandria, one to block Tangier, one to, it's very handy
yeah, I
that
can I
way.
can definitely understand that. And had I drawn uh, a card that would have been more useful, I would have done that. But sometimes you can't. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
asking. I
It
like that the
prompts
game
you.
knows about. Ooh, I got a hit there. For those of you who don't know, basically the game is played on this right side of the screen. Ooh, signal boots
I'm gonna
overboard.
hit you
Oh
with
wow. Ooh,
signal
that was
boots
a really good
overboard.
get.
Yeah, and that takes out Congress authorizes actions. That stalls
Interesting.
their ability. And I
Well,
do happy hunting, but I get no merchant ships for my trouble,
oh
so
wow.
it's a
Well,
bit upsetting.
so that's fortunate for me. Of course, losing Congress
Yes.
authorizes action is pretty bad.
Hmm.
I will. Well, I've never used this card for this, but I will.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't. I've
Yeah.
never done that before. Usually, I always save that to double play something like Constantinople demands tribute. But yeah, I
Yep.
can't afford to
Yeah,
not
you really
have it.
didn't have a choice there.
Yeah, yeah. That
So
is, and that's a good time to use U.S. signal books overboard. I'm never sure when to play that. Ooh,
we're gonna try and break out, I think.
interesting.
Run the gauntlet. It's interesting that you blockaded Gibraltar with the two frigates. I hadn't
Yeah, I've been
seen that.
trying this a little bit, and I think the math makes sense in the sense that since you have three boats, it's actually kind of awkward because if you're, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
it's waiting on me, um, and they both made
Oh,
it too. Because now
yeah.
I can do an action, and I
Yes.
can just move them. So it's basically
Yeah.
like I got a free shot on those frigates
On the Corsairs,
or on the
yeah, for
Corsairs.
sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah, it didn't pay off this time, but
But it
if
might
I had
next time.
just moved them straight to Tripolitania, then it would have
Hmm.
been, for free, the move. The
Yes.
risk, of course, is that, you know, I let um, I let Tripoli do a free raid in the beginning, which usually means that you get some
Usually I get
coins.
at least one or two,
Yeah,
for,
yeah, and so
especially with
generally,
happy hunting, but
and then
oh
what will
well.
sometimes happen is if people don't use Murad Reyes, then you bring in the Swedes. Um,
Yes.
and let's see, it's my turn now. I
Hmm.
will. Um, hmm. This is yeah. Well, hate to do this, but I'm actually going to bring in the Swedes.
Yeah.
I am
Oh no,
I'm a
I'm a
fan
big
of
fan of the Swedes.
yeah. I don't think it's bad to bring them in. I think there's a legitimate strategy to not bringing them in. Ooh, that's a good card to play early. Um,
Yep.
there's it's an interesting choice on whether or not you should bring them in or not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What
I
do I?
think in general, they're worth it because not only from the chance of sinking some Corsairs, but just from a standpoint of deterrence. I mean, you have 5 frigates now guarding Tripoli.
Yeah.
That's a pretty rough gauntlet to run, especially if you have Lieutenant Starrett in pursuit. You can do a lot of damage with that.
Yeah, I
So,
agree. Although, of course, Lieutenant Sheridan's pursuit only affects the American frigates. And
mhm.
yeah, I definitely understand that. The other argument is, are the Swedes going to be worth 2 gold over the course of the game? And maybe they will be.
Yeah,
Um,
and especially if I don't get the Sweden pays tribute card until say 1804.
yeah, yeah. Then
Um,
it's a real pain.
yeah, but you get a lot of value out of those frigates.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
So
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's my turn. Uh, I will.
you just discovered this game, I think.
Yeah, I discovered it
Yeah.
with when you did your first video, I think, on the tournament, and
Oh,
I'm a
really? Great.
huge fan of asymmetric games, as you can probably tell
Yes.
from all my Fury of Dracula games.
Yes.
When I saw this, it struck me as like, oh, this is like the last 30 minutes of Star Wars Rebellion, where it's
Yeah.
like building up the attack on the rebel base, and can the rebels score enough points in time? You know, it doesn't have any of the deductive
Yeah.
elements, but a lot of the like logistical elements are there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I find that really interesting. And I like the multiple paths to victory,
Yeah.
especially for the Americans, where there's the 3 different paths where you can win by treaty, and then there's basically 2 different routes of attacking Tripoli,
Yeah.
uh, and there's different things you can do to set up for that. It is. Oh yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, this is
Um,
a bit of a risk here, but
ooh, interesting.
oh, I didn't get anyone.
Oh, and I got one hit.
Uh that's frustrating. I've had bad
Although
rolls.
now I have to, and now the advantage of that is since I don't have Jefferson, the worst I
Yeah.
can do is bringing in, um, and I might as well get some
Yes.
value out of that gunboat.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, the gunboats are very much underestimated, I think, in this game. They're really, really great.
yeah, and they're really important if you want to do attacks on Tripoli, especially with the Fortress Tripoli variant.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which I'm understanding why they added that official variant. I wish it was in the official rule book, but you know, I
Yeah.
actually respect a company who can be like, oh yeah, it turns out the game not balanced, and here's a thing that makes it
Yes.
more balanced. I actually
Yes.
really
Yeah.
respect that. Ooh, I will build a gunboat. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I think you've got the upper hand here early. I
Well, I
really
got
don't
really lucky with Happy Hunting
feel.
not paying off, and the fact that I had Bainbridge Supplies Intel to get that
Yes.
card back.
Yeah. No, you're in a great position for the end of 1802. That's for sure.
Well, we will see. I saw somebody who it was the final. It was 1806,
Mm-hmm.
and they Signal Books got
Yes.
rid of what was it? It got rid of Assault on Tripoli, and
Oh.
he couldn't treaty because there was a frigate, and so
Oh,
he
wow.
just lost.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that feels so. Let's see. Do I want to play this? I will. How about the gunboat?
I feel really hemmed in here. There's really not a lot that I can do at the moment. At least until I can send the Swedes home and but yeah,
Yeah,
I need to.
I think there's something to be said for waiting until the you can get rid of the Swedes.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm keeping my guys back in Malta because I have a feeling the second I move them into Tripoli, an ally is going to pop up, and then I'm going to have to move them out of Tripoli to take care of the ally.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a bad gambit on my part, and you're just keeping those guys doing nothing in Malta at no cost. Because like now I have the 3 gunboats in. It's like okay, now I have to actually do something with my turn. I can't stall anymore.
Yeah.
So I was
That's
like,
kind of what
do
I'm
I want to
hoping.
attack Tripoli with 4 frigates? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a ton of Corsairs there, and I could hit something. This is when I'm tempted to do something crazy like putting my
Yes.
frigates actually in the harbors, which you can do
Yes.
preemptive, like aggressively. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I think that's worth it if 2 allies have been eliminated and you know who the final ally is.
Yeah,
And
that's the only time I'd ever do that
yeah, and
because
I only like I gotta discard 2 cards. Sorry, I'll discard
most
this.
of the time it's just you don't have time to be zipping around like that.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, because you usually need all of your movements
You
for
need every one of your movements to
right,
get
right.
done what you need to get done.
Especially early for America. Well, not year one. Year one, it's a little awkward because you usually only have 3 ships.
Yep.
Which is why I actually think, and I'm not even sure the math works out on it, but I think I like the idea of blockading Gibraltar with 2 frigates. I played online a couple times, and I think a couple people weren't sure what to do about that. So some of them just waited until the
Yep.
end, and then if you wait until the next turn, there's a chance you draw a Corsair is confiscated.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. But I think Corsair's confiscated, generally speaking, is very early on. It's a dead card
Yeah, which
because
given how many dead cards the Tripolitanians get, is totally fair.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
half of
Yeah.
the Tripolitanians'
Yeah.
cards can be dead cards. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I will do. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'd love to play this into
Mm.
Alexandria, and I'm
Yep.
afraid when I do this, you're gonna play Storms, but we'll see.
Oh, almost as good.
Oh, there we go. And did you use?
Oh,
Oh,
we sunk one.
okay,
We
all
sunk
right.
one. We
So
didn't
that's
capture it, which is
big.
great for you.
That's
I
real.
have
Yeah,
had
wow.
some
That's
really bad luck here so far.
well.
I should
That
have at
one,
least a couple coins and
one thing I
yeah.
like about the general idea I have is that games that have high luck are okay if they're quick, and this game is very quick,
Yes.
especially the digital version.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I will. Well, um, if I don't need to, if I don't need to do anything risky, I won't.
Hmm.
So I will do this. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
Ooh.
If
Okay.
you got those gunboats up early, I feel I'm at a big disadvantage here already.
Well, it's the kind of idea that if you build them early, there we go. You
Yeah.
can use them. Well, since you have no money, this seems like an
Yeah.
easy. This seems like an easy
Yeah.
play.
That's
I'll pay the tribute, which is such a like 2 is a lot when you think
it
about it.
is.
If you can get 2 out of an ally, I mean, usually you don't get that much. So really, what you're paying for when
It
you
can
do
make it
that,
unplayable. It can absolutely make
yeah,
that
yeah,
card unplayable if
and
you're far enough along. If Tripoli has enough merchant ships, it's
right. And in this
it can be
circumstance, it's
tough.
like, is it worth 2 coins to get rid of an ally? Well, I mean, if I have this card, yes.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
of course, I already used Bainbridge Surprise Supplies Intel, so unless I get
Yes.
really lucky on the 1805 reshuffle, I'm not going to be able to play that again.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I'm absolutely hemmed in here. Hmm.
Well, if it goes quick enough, we can do a rematch and I
Yeah.
can play Tripoli if you have time for it.
Yes. Yeah. Let me see here. I gotta probably gotta
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, so I will do. Wait. Oh. Ah. I always do that. I think it's time to play a card. It's like,
Yep.
nope, discard a card. It's like, no, no, I do not want to discard that. Why? I'll discard
Yeah.
this and this. And okay. Now, what I wanted to play was this. So
Yeah,
this
that's what
will,
I figured.
yeah, I'll have to take one ship off of.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you're in really good shape right now, no
of course,
question.
those were my two get rid of cards. So theoretically, the
So
next one I'm going. Yep, there it is.
get
I'm
rid of
going
the
to.
Swedes there.
Yeah, theoretically, the next one I'm going to have to get rid of the old-fashioned way. How afraid am I of storms?
I really do like this game in terms of, how um each there's a lot of back and forth. There's play counterplay
Mm-hmm.
and you know,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
once you know the cards well.
Well, I should probably. Yeah, the it's one of those games that like when you first start playing it, you think, "Oh, this is an okay light beer and pretzels game." But then the more you play it, you're like, "Wow, there's actually a whole lot going in here." Like it wasn't until I watched the game a whole. Yep, there it is.
Oh, jeez,
Oh
missed
man.
with everything. Oh, I've had
Some
such bad luck.
sometimes that has how it happened. But then I've had
Yeah.
games where like everything's going great for me, and then I actually
Yeah.
lose in turn, and then lose the
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
because of some bad rolls. So it can go both
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
What do I
Oh,
want
I've
to
had some
do?
terrible, terrible luck though.
I
I should have
can,
at least sunk one. I had six rolls and I missed with all of them.
yeah,
Almost got a Yahtzee though.
yeah, oh,
One of a
yeah,
kind.
yeah. That's,
Yeah.
if you're
So
playing a
too
different
bad that
game, I
doesn't count.
guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna do
I may
this
as well be.
just because I have nothing better to do, and yeah, I'll
Yeah.
blow up a Corsair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically stalling, but I think stalling is what the Americans want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Hmm.
hoping to sink some frigates so I could.
Yeah. Now, fortunately, Storms is not eliminated when it comes out, so
No,
that's
I have a chance of drawing it again.
yeah. What do I want to do here? This is an interesting choice. One interesting thing is that you can't pass. Like
Yeah.
theoretically, I want to pass here, but I really can't.
No.
So I will. Hmm.
It's yeah, but you're pretty fully loaded as far as that goes. So oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
go all in there.
I'll,
Nice.
I'll give it a shot. And this is when the gunboats are going to be coming in handy. Okay, one on
Oh,
one.
we got one hit. Yep.
And I'm going
I
to
think
abuse the winter mechanics, which when
yes.
I first was looking at the games, like, oh yeah, it seems like it's kind of gamey. Like you're abusing the mechanics where you get the boat back immediately. But then I was like, no, like a year
Yeah.
is seasonal, and the idea that
Yes.
like attacking at certain times of the year is better because you can avoid winter or something actually makes a lot of sense. Because like
Yeah.
not all season. Okay, yeah, that's a good time to play that.
Yeah, it's the only time I
Yeah,
can play it.
and this would be a great time for me to use a card that I am not going to play. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now things
Okay.
get interesting.
Now the only thing I have on my side is time at this point.
Indeed. Okay, do I wanna. Oh, I gotta discard some stuff. Well, I don't need that.
There's some delicious discard decisions
Yeah,
that come.
it's really interesting because it really does force you to like you can't do everything, and just from the
Yeah.
discards alone, it's like you really have to do things in a certain way and in a certain order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
We're
makes
gonna put up a
sense.
fight. We're gonna put up a fight for Dern for what it's
You
worth.
will try, and unfortunately,
Yeah,
I can
we
bring
will
in all three
try.
frigates and
I
keep
know
my
you got a you
blockade.
got a lot
Yeah,
of assets to bring in.
I will not play anything.
Oh, missed.
Oh, a miss.
Finally, I get a
Okay.
little bit of luck. Not that it's gonna matter much, but
I'm not going to play any cards.
we'll see if any mercenaries desert. Nope,
Nope.
no, missed every roll on that
Wow.
one too. Yeah, that's not
Okay, this is my
Not
first
very good.
actual win in Dern on the digital version, at least. I have lost
Yeah.
twice in Dern, and it was odds like that, where it was like against two or three. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
I had no choice. That's I got to
Yeah, yeah,
stave off the win now.
you gotta do that.
Philadelphia, burn the Philadelphia. Oh no.
Well, I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. I'm going to do this.
Hmm. Ah, interesting.
Uh, yeah, I gotta keep the blockade.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, one hit. Oh, come on.
Still staving off that treaty.
Oh, yeah, because like destroying that frigate won't really accomplish anything for me
Yeah.
until I get rid of that ally.
Oh, you mean the Corsair
Or
there?
the course, I keep
Yeah.
using the term wrong. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
destroying the frigate won't do me any good until I get rid of the ally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. Um. Well, because we can.
Ah, pirate raid. Okay, yeah. This could actually get real bad for
Yeah.
me. Yep. I gotta
See.
be careful.
Yeah. This is the my only shot
Hmm.
at victory here. Is this
Right. Uh. Uh.
at least make you think hard about it?
Right. Right. I am going to.
I've used up all my core cards. Okay, I've got to
I'm gonna do
just
this.
just
And people who are looking at my hand might be confused about this, but I feel like I kind of have to do this.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, because all of the sudden, you could actually win quite easily. And it's a
Yeah.
question of how much time I have. Which is really interesting because usually you think, oh, the Americans are stalling until the end. Well, now I'm really going
Yeah.
to have to
Well,
rush. And here
let's
we see.
give it a go.
All right.
There
And
we
there it
go.
is. And you win.
That was lucky.
That
Oh my
well, it
gosh.
was unlucky in the beginning. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I did
Now,
have burn the
interestingly,
Philadelphia, but like I was like, okay, I would have to burn the Philadelphia and then get rid of the Allies,
yes.
and then
And
play the treaty, which I didn't have in hand. So I
yes.
was like, I have to assault Tripoli next turn because then I'll have all of my combat cards.
Yes. And that's
Um,
yeah, that would have been your best shot, but having a lot of Corsairs can be surprisingly good defensively
yeah, yeah, because
in
I didn't want to
that battle.
raid there because if there was guns of Tripoli.
And I had that in hand. I also I was if that hadn't won me the game, I had storms in hand ready to
Mm.
go on the first in spring of 1806, and you had a lot of potential loss or damage because, of course,
Oh well, I
1806 is the best time to play storms.
yeah, yeah, because then they're actually like gone for the rest of the game. Yeah, my plan
Yeah,
was to
exactly.
assault Tripoli on the very next turn
Okay, well,
because
I would have
with
had Guns of Tripoli and maybe I don't know if I what cards I would have picked up, but
yeah, that would have been interesting. I love the big fights. Do you want to
yeah,
do a
yeah,
rematch real quick?
yeah, sure,
We can do the same sides, or I can do the Tripolitanians. Why don't I do the Tripolitanians just so I show
sure,
the fans what the other side
sure.
is like?
That's fine.
Okay, and I guess I have. Oh, I have to do it again. Okay, so here's my hand.
Oh, I think you have to start the game, do you?
Oh, I did. Is it
Oh, that's
might
showing
might
on
just
my
might just still be loading.
end. Oh, hang on. Try there. Okay, I think that did it. Yeah.
Okay.
So this again, I think if you've got it, this is the best opening US
Yep.
move.
Yeah, that's a good one. So I have to pirate raid.
Yep. That's your
It's the
best response to
yeah,
that.
it's the consolation prize for losing the frigates.
Yes. think I can.
And yeah,
Oh, and I think I can safely play assault on Tripoli to move a couple of ships over there.
yeah, that makes sense.
But you're right that
I
having three
wanna.
ships in the beginning is awkward if you don't have naval movement.
Mm-hmm. This is a little interesting, but I'm gonna go for. Usually, I'm not a fan of an
Hmm.
early ally, but I think I will go for it this time.
Oh, I'll just defuse that.
Well, that's more than I would have made
Yeah,
before.
probably.
So
But it was well, I think well worth the money at this stage.
now this is an interesting choice of whether or not you go for the early raid with only two ships, or if you try to build up Corsairs early. I think with two, I think I want to
Yeah,
raid here.
I,
So we'll
I
see.
generally look if the Corsairs outnumber the frigates, that's my rule of thumb
Hmm.
to go for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can get unlucky with that, of course, but I
Oh,
mean, worst
it's on
case
you if you
scenario, I
want to
could.
play Lieutenant Stare
Oh,
at Pursuit.
sorry.
I assume you do not.
Yeah, I probably want to.
And I will choose not to play other cards. Well, that was a whole
Wow,
bunch of
that
nothing.
was a null move.
A null move, yeah.
All right, well, let's bring
Okay.
in the Swedes.
All
It's a
right,
little bit
yeah.
later than I'd like to bring them in, but I
Yeah,
had
at this
an
point,
ally
I
to
will
look
just
after.
build a Corsair.
Yeah. An early deployment is one that I love saving for 1803. I find like it's such
Hmm.
a as it gets everyone on the board unless you really are short of
Yeah, yeah. Unless like,
frigates.
and I've known that it can be nice if you have early deployment and all of the units are off the board. You can do like a spring attack, and then if something gets damaged, you can immediately bring it back.
Yep.
It doesn't provide like a ton of value, but
No.
it's a thing you can do. Ooh.
I'm just gonna lock down Tripoli, I think. Make it
All
very
right.
gonna discourage you greatly from
Yes. Well, boys and girls, when a place gets locked down like that, you play an ally card. Because now, if
Yep.
you were to play Show of Force, it pulls your guys out of there. So I at
Yes.
least will get that. Of course,
Hmm.
the thing is, do you want to play that if you don't have any raids for that ally? Because it's like, do I want to use Yusef Kormanli now? I mean, you have a really like. If you were to say like, just leave your guys there. Do I want to raid with my
Yeah.
guys from Tripoli? I mean, maybe not. I don't think so. Then it becomes this interesting question. Of course,
Yeah.
it's academic because I actually do have the raid.
Yes.
But
No,
yeah,
but I
it
didn't have
becomes more
show
interesting
force,
when you
so
don't have the raid cards. And normally, when I draw those raid cards, I'm like, oh, they're so not good. I don't want to have them. But then it's like, actually, if you have the ally, it's actually really nice because
it
here I can
is.
raid my turn, and I will build.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
build a
if
Corsair.
you have the ally, it's great. Now it's just the timing of playing Yusuf really at this
Right,
stage.
right. It's like, do I want to
Um,
play it now? Probably not, but maybe I
yeah.
do. Because it's
Yep.
it's the kind of card that is like Jefferson in the sense that a whole lot of times I never see it used.
Yeah.
Although
See,
it's, oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say this is perhaps a good time to actually play early deployment. I normally would hang on to it until next year, but if I can blockade things a little bit for an ally like
Yeah,
that, then
yeah, I can understand that because it is still saving you like, well,
yeah,
w-
it's
yeah, well,
yeah,
it makes it so if I raid this turn because you don't want to move guys away from Tripoli, so you are
yeah,
getting value from it in the sense that yeah, you're able
yeah.
to
And I
block
haven't
this
had Congress authorizes action
action.
yet,
Yeah, that's
so
that's rough not to
that's
draw.
that is rough not to draw until 1803
Um,
hits.
this seems a little subpar, but I'm gonna go for this. Ha!
Oh, got
The
lucky.
yeah, that's definitely lucky, I would say.
That is, yeah, that's very good.
I will get rid of
Hmm.
this card and this
Hmm.
card. Okay.
I'm gonna discard two. That's not fair. I could use all of them.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
annoying. Although you remember, you can theoretically get them all in winter of spring. So one thing I like to
Hmm.
do is to discard all of the land combat and then just set it
Yep.
up so spring of 1806 when I draw everything and I have all of the cards, I'm going to just do a amphibious attack and I'll have everything that I need.
Yep.
I will going to pirate raid. Wait, did I? Hold on. I thought I clicked it. Is it pirate raid?
You still thinking?
No, no. I clicked the button. It's not.
Oh, the internet.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Pirate raid. There we go.
There we
And I.
go.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, you can play Lieutenant Stirrup in Pursuit.
Yeah, this might be a good chance to do that. Of
Okay.
course, I totally miss with it.
Oof. I will play Happy Hunting.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
Oh
did
man.
play it? Oh, interesting.
I did. It did
Okay.
nothing.
All right. Let's see what I get. Just
Oh,
one.
I
Uh,
forgot the Swedish don't benefit from that actually.
oh yeah, I was wondering. It's like, why did you? Yeah, yeah. It's doesn't help. The Swedes don't help out in that context.
Bombardment.
Aha.
I like to have one frigate in Malta just for the bombardment with the gunboats.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
Or in
that's a good.
just not in a place where he needs to be.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this, and for people watching at home, if you're confused why I waited to
Hmm.
play that, it's because if I had waited to play it, you could have naval movemented in, and then you would have had two more ships. You would have had five ships instead of three.
Yeah.
So as much as I would have liked to have played this and then raid, that's simply not realistic because it's very likely you would have just moved in.
Yeah.
And
Oh
okay,
man.
yeah, if I had done that, then Dern wouldn't have been bombarded. But I don't really care about Dern personally.
Hmm. This is a bit of an odd use of Bainbridge, but I'm thinking I need another frigate in
Oh,
a
interesting. Yeah,
patrol
the
zone.
designer said he liked using Bainbridge for early deployment. Although, remember, you can't put it in
Yeah.
Alexandria.
No, I can't. No, but that's not my plan.
Okay.
I want to put it there, get some defenses up.
I can
'Cause-
understand that.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, drawing Congress authorizes action and late in the like until the mid game is so
mhm.
punishing. You've got
Well, the
very
rule.
little to work with.
Remember the rule: when they move everybody into Tripoli, you play an ally
Hmm.
card. Of course, there's one guy, but I know that tribute paid is in the discard pile. So yeah, you're gonna play
Yeah.
that, and I think I will use Seth now.
Yeah, Yusuf, that's a good move.
We'll get one there. We'll get this, and
Oh,
okay,
jeez.
not
Wow.
quite. This is where things can get
Oops.
interesting. I'll get rid
Yeah.
of. Hold on, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. This
Give
is not
me.
not good.
Okay, I'll get rid of that. Well, it wasn't good earlier, but you still won. That's the thing, is that there's actually
Yeah,
enough
no,
rolls in
you
this
never know.
game. Yeah, you
Yep.
can. Yeah, that's to be
I could do
expected.
that.
I'm gonna get me some of this while I still can.
Yes.
Those
Um,
raids there are just so good because those units are basically throwaway units.
hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah, we gotta
old-fashioned
gotta take that
flag.
out.
Yeah,
There's no way I can let
makes
that stay.
sense. Okay, you can play Preble's Boys Take Aim if you are so inclined.
Down to the gunboat. I only got
Ooh,
one of them though.
Oh, only one. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in
Okay. All
good
right.
shape.
Yeah. This is pretty
You're in
good.
good
So the
shape here.
question is, do I want to raid or do I want to build? I will. Yeah, I'll raid. I have a somewhat decent chance of winning
Yep.
here, and there it is. Yep.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, that's fun. I don't know if you have time to do a best of three. This game is
Actually,
fast.
I do have to go now,
Oh, very good.
but
Well,
no,
thank.
but we can do this again though. I
Yeah,
mean, I
this.
think that each one won, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
we can settle this with another best of
Well,
three or
yeah,
whatever.
we can do another video. This has been fun. If you want to know more
Yeah.
about like the rules and stuff, I'll post links to the rules. Probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, or you're probably very confused. But yeah, this was fun. Thanks, NATO.
Yeah. No, it was great to connect with you.
Yeah, yeah, we should do more stuff like this in the future.
Yeah, well, there are a whole bunch more games on Rally the Troops here as well.
Yeah, I saw some of those. I don't know all of them, but if they're as
No,
cool as this,
I don't know
then
any of them aside from Wilderness War. So, but there's more games to explore, and I think the interface is actually quite good.
yeah, yeah. I was
It's
impressed
very
how
smooth.
clean this was. It does all the rules for you. I haven't run
Yep.
into any bugs except for this thing at the beginning where I just needed to reload the page, and it saves it so you can do asynchronous play if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not, but yeah, I know a lot of people do are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No, I
yeah, I
think it's
hope
a great setup. So
very good. Well,
perfect.
you
Well, we'll
have
have
a
to
good day
continue this
and
later.
Godspeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.